talking about some of the biggest crimes of interior design and also what I've experienced in a decade-long journey of mine as a designer. So let's get started.
Crime number 1. The floor finish. Generally, in a living dining area, we prefer to have a high-end glossy or mirror finish flooring, which is a great choice. But using the same for kitchen, bathroom, balconies and open terraces is very risky. And stairs can be extremely dangerous for the users like elderly and small kids, as it's very slippery and can cause serious injuries. And with water spread over it, it can even cost your life. So, this selection of the flooring must be well thought of. So what do? We have to use skid-proof or slip-resistant flooring for such high-risk areas. Again, we're not talking about the type of flooring here, like tiles, marble, granite, etc. We're talking about the finish, that is the topmost layer of any chosen flooring material. Crime number 2. Lights. I've divided this point into two further parts, where A being only one source of light and B, colorful lights. So A, having only one source of light is another big crime one can possibly commit in interiors. Light, as we all know, is an extremely important factor. Everything we see in the world is because of light, as it falls over various surfaces and reflects, and that's how our eyes can see the things, colors and surfaces. But having a single source of light is never sufficient and can't give you a place which is properly lit. Sometimes you're working in the opposite direction of the light and it becomes really dark because of your own shadow. It creates less illumination and can affect your eyesight adversely in a long run, as they have to constantly work hard on focusing. So what do then? We have to understand that basically we have two sources of light, natural and artificial. Number 1, natural light from the sun. For using it to the maximum, we need windows and ventilators in the right direction. Number 2, artificial light. Now we have to combine various lights. They must be placed at different places like ceiling, walls and corners, as they are the darkest parts of the room. Task light for different purposes like study table, dressing, kitchen top, chopping counter or a reading corner. B, colorful lights. I as a designer personally consider it as a crime in design to use colorful lights in a house until you are a super party person and host a lot of parties at your place. Your house is a place where you come after an entire day of hard work, and so it should be very peaceful and welcoming, and it should be a reflection of your personality. To pull off the colorful lights even extremely restrictively, like only at a particular places, should complement your personality and the way you are as a family. So I highly recommend not to use such lights until you're firm and see them reflecting or complementing your lifestyle. So we can leave this concept entirely for the commercial properties. Even there, it totally depends upon the type of business, like restaurants, salons or even hotels for that matter. Crime number 3. Painting. House painted either in a single tone or entirely different colors in each room. You will find two extreme views on this. Some will support the different colors used in all the different rooms, arguing that every room has a different design concept. Some, on the other hand, including big painting or interior designing companies and color consultants who work for those companies, will suggest you going for a monotone for the entire place, saying that it gives you a class. All of them have their own reasons, I guess, as they're selling this idea to the customer for a very long time now, as it helps them reduce a lot of time and hassle of selecting different colors for different areas, along with saving a lot of material as well. As shown in the picture, there are two extreme views in the two different circles, which show both the concepts, and I would say the real answer lies somewhere in between. And that's exactly where the knowledge and understanding of effects of colors on human psychology and the color schemes come in. If you want to know more about the effects of colors and the various color schemes, please let me know in the comment section. I'll make another video so it becomes super easy and quick process for you. Going entirely neutral also comes with a great risk of eventually making the interiors dull and lifeless. And there you have to be extremely creative and should be able to throw dash of strong colors through other elements like a piece of furniture or decoratives like painting, etc. At the same time, using drastically different colors for each room becomes highly risky as well, because when you enter a room, you may not feel any connection and it can give you a feeling of being in an entirely different house altogether. So, if you choose to go for a different color scheme, just take care of keeping at least one element which runs throughout the house to feel connected. Choosing the right color palette is also very important. We can mix and match different colors we like. And now, the bonus, the latest color trends for the year 2020. Crime number 4. Blindly following the designs and trends. Many of us tend to follow the designs and trends of the other countries blindly without understanding our own requirements and culture. Your house and workplace must reflect you, your culture, style, beliefs, and work ethics. Getting inspired by an idea or a design is an entirely different thing. It actually helps us understand the compatibilities between different objects, colors, textures used in those particular designs, and also see how they complement each other. But just picking up the elements and copying them as they are is a gross mistake one can possibly commit. Using the latest color scheme is also very tricky, as the color and trend may or may not suit you, your personality, culture, lifestyle, and you and your family may not even like it as much. But if you choose to go for it, just remember, at the end of the day, it is a trend and it will change, and then it will start bothering you big time. Another huge trend which has influenced the Indian market over the last few years is given by some of the designers who only copy paste the designs from West and work for the builders and big companies, and all of them have been selling this concept as the USP of newly constructed residential and commercial projects is the wooden flooring. Today, everyone seems to be highly influenced by this concept, which has been sold to us over the years as the latest trend and supposed to be high-end. First of all, in India, we don't need wooden flooring because of many reasons, except for some really cold places out there in the north. First and foremost reason is, wood as a material is not available in plenty in our country. We have to import it from all over the world, and we spend somewhere around 115 billion rupees every year on wood and its products, where China being one of the biggest exporters. The second thing is, we have a culture of brooming and mopping our places every day. The weather is also not in favor of wooden flooring, as it's vulnerable to moisture, humidity, prone to termite, and requires high maintenance. Now some people will argue that real wood is not used for it and it's just for the look, and I only have to say, really, India being one of the oldest civilizations in the world, and with this humongous population, we have a huge variety of different kinds of local materials. We only need to look around us and think creatively, and we can create enormous possibilities and make a difference. Like, we have amazing flooring options which are 100% Indian, such as Adangri tiles, terracotta, kadappa, kota stone, yellow sandstone, concrete with oxide, some of which are even exported to many other countries, so better to promote them so our own people grow, and so do we as a country. So I request all of you, including the leading designers, builders, and all the other people who run this industry, to just stop encouraging and promoting these kinds of trends which are of no practical use and costing us a lot as a country. Instead, we must encourage our own rich Indian traditions and local materials which are easily available and can strengthen our own people by using and promoting their products. We need not follow anyone, really. My next point, which is wow factor versus authenticity, also happens to be my final point for today. This I've realized in the last 10 years of my professional career, thanks to the few of my clients who came up to me and said, "You design anything according to your wish and as per the trend, but the house should be such where anyone enters and goes, wow." And I'm again like, really? I mean, of course, we all want to be praised by others for even the smallest things because it feels great and it can be one of the influential factors, but it can't be the whole and sole purpose for designing a place. Please consider this fact that your house is not a showpiece you put out for sale. Using high-end, overtly expensive piece of furniture, furnishings and accessories may or may not be comfortable, may or may not suit your actual requirement and lifestyle. Opting for them only to become the talk of the town or center of attraction is a total waste of time, money, hard work and efforts. There must always be a wow factor in the designs, but for the users and not for the onlookers. Hope it sums it up. I hope now you don't commit any of these crimes while designing your places. Just think about the environment, society and people around you, because we are not born to only use the resources given to us. We also have some responsibilities towards nature and of course the future generations to come.